Welcome back to Bike Two Wheel World, where we bring you the latest motorcycles, adventure machines, and two-wheel innovations from around the world. Today, we are taking a detailed look at a motorcycle that has generated plenty of interest among riders looking for a powerful, versatile, and distinctive Yamaha adventure machine, the 2026 Yamaha XT900. Before we get into the details, one important point is worth mentioning. Yamaha has not provided a widely confirmed official production specifications sheet for a 2026 model specifically called the XT900 in the sources available to us. So, this review treats the XT900 as a prospective or market-specific model, and the specifications, equipment, and estimated price discussed here should be understood as expectations rather than confirmed factory figures. With that said, imagine Yamaha taking everything riders love about its legendary XT adventure heritage and combining it with the modern 900 class powertrain, advanced electronics, long-distance comfort, and a much more sophisticated chassis. That is exactly where the appeal of a potential Yamaha XT900 begins. This is a motorcycle designed around the idea that the road should never dictate where your journey ends. Whether you are commuting through a busy city, crossing a long stretch of highway, exploring winding mountain roads, or heading onto a gravel trail, the XT900 concept promises to deliver a broad range of abilities in one package. The first thing that catches your attention is the design. Yamaha's adventure motorcycles have traditionally balanced rugged functionality with distinctive styling, and the XT900 would be expected to continue that philosophy. Rather than looking like a pure street motorcycle with adventure accessories added afterward, the XT900 presents the visual language of a machine built to explore. The tall stance, upright riding position, substantial fuel tank area, protective bodywork, high-clearance chassis, and adventure-oriented proportions all contribute to that impression. From the front, the motorcycle has the kind of presence you expect from a large adventure machine. The front lighting would be expected to use modern LED technology, providing a sharp and recognizable signature while improving visibility during night riding. A compact windscreen sits above the headlight area, helping manage airflow without making the motorcycle look unnecessarily bulky. The front section is also expected to provide space for protective equipment and practical touring accessories. Move toward the side and the XT900's adventure character becomes even clearer. The fuel tank and side panels create a muscular silhouette, while the engine sits prominently within the frame. The overall shape is purposeful rather than decorative. Every major component appears to have a job, from the bodywork that helps protect important mechanical areas to the riding position that gives the rider a commanding view of traffic and terrain. The high-mounted exhaust arrangement, strong frame structure, long travel suspension concept, and substantial wheels would all reinforce the motorcycle's ability to deal with changing surfaces. Depending on the final production configuration, Yamaha could offer different wheel combinations or trims, but an adventure-focused XT900 would logically prioritize a setup capable of handling both pavement and moderate off-road terrain. The seat is another important part of the design. A motorcycle in the 900 class adventure category needs to accommodate riders for hours rather than minutes. The XT900 would therefore be expected to use a broad, supportive seat with enough room to move around during long rides. The upright handlebars should create a natural riding position, while adjustable controls and a standing-friendly cockpit could make the motorcycle more comfortable when the road disappears and the trail begins. Now let's talk about the heart of the motorcycle. A 900 class Yamaha adventure machine would need an engine that delivers a strong combination of torque, usable power, reliability, and smooth response. Rather than focusing purely on a dramatic peak horsepower figure, the XT900 concept makes more sense when you think about how riders actually use adventure motorcycles. Strong mid-range torque is extremely valuable when accelerating out of corners, overtaking on highways, climbing hills, or maintaining momentum on loose surfaces. A modern Yamaha 900 class engine could potentially deliver somewhere around the 100 horsepower region, depending on the final specification. Again, that figure should be treated as an expectation rather than a confirmed XT900 factory rating. The more important characteristic would be the engine's power delivery. A broad torque curve would make the motorcycle easier to ride in traffic while giving it enough authority for high-speed touring. Twist the throttle and the motorcycle should respond progressively rather than aggressively. That is especially important on an adventure bike. Too much sudden response can make loose surface riding unnecessarily difficult, while a smooth and predictable throttle makes it easier to control traction. A modern electronic throttle system could also allow Yamaha to provide multiple riding modes. A road-oriented mode could provide a sharper throttle response, while a softer or off-road mode could make the power easier to manage on gravel. Depending on the final equipment package, traction control and other rider assistance systems could also be adjustable to suit different conditions. One of the biggest advantages of a motorcycle in this class is the balance between highway performance and everyday usability. A 900 class engine offers considerably more performance potential than a small adventure bike, but it does not necessarily need to feel as intimidating or physically demanding as a much larger touring machine. On the highway, the XT900 would be expected to feel stable and planted. The upright seating position provides excellent visibility, while the aerodynamic bodywork and windscreen help reduce fatigue. With sufficient gearing, the engine could cruise comfortably for extended distances while retaining enough reserve power for overtaking.